own for your production house. So Hiranya, I think.
So
Go ahead.
I think there's no major distinction between um, political films and commercial films and art films, because theoretically yes, but in real life it may slightly differ, because I believe all stories, regardless of the genre, is a slice of life. So I always believe when you see a movie, it's always a slice of life. It connects with human life and emotions. So whether it's art film or a commercial film, comedy or a love story, that makes it bring in a slight political aspect to it. So any character can be politically related, whoever the character that it shows, even the small child or the lonely mother. So in that sense, everything, all the characters are interconnected and everything is politically related. So you cannot really say that, okay, this film is commercial or political, or that is what we are trying to tell. So yes, my two films are distinctly different, but it also connects in a very thin line. So I believe, so because I believe in making stories more about the people and the culture and their emotions. So that's why I say it's the people and the culture and even the thinking patterns, they're very politically interconnected. So that's why maybe that's why you felt that it's very politically, yeah.
But
Yeah, I think characters cannot exist without the cultural context and the political context that they come from. Sorry, Lena, go ahead.
I mean, Hiranya is absolutely right that you don't need to make a political film for it to be political, because just life will have reflection of the politics, whether it's in the forefront or not. But when a politics is induced into, that's what Sridhar is talking, when a politics is induced into the story, you can tell, because then it is agenda and it is, so that is a huge trend, especially in India now, which is what he was talking about. But I absolutely agree with you. You don't have to make a political film for it to have politics in it.
No, and I think these two things are connected, Sridhar, as you mentioned, the cancel culture, the boycott, the films to be banned, the films not to be screened, and therefore then you making the choices of what are the quote unquote safe films to make,
Right.
and therefore that driven agenda of the kind of politics that Lena is talking about, that even if you really don't want to make that kind of film, you end up making it because filmmaker will make films. A doctor will practice medicine. It's as simple as that. So I mean, you will end up making films, and therefore, if you have to make films, and in that context, and maybe Shida, you would want to elaborate a little bit on that, because in the current context, the way the world is changing, especially the way both the industry, the way it is changing, and also the way the current climate is changing, maybe that's something that ends up impacting the kind of films we are trying to make.
No, I mean, like pushing the envelope is fantastic. Everybody should push the envelope in terms of storytelling, in terms of, I would say, even the personal agenda of the filmmaker pushes the envelope. Like I'm a queer filmmaker, so I push the agenda about queer rights per se. So that's definitely an agenda driven. But when the agenda is detrimental to a larger segment of the population, for me, that's a problem. Or when it's hidden, I mean, as Lena said, like, it's hidden behind the veneer of being a good film. So so I really think that it's important to keep the politics in mind, and also I would say and also like when you're saying like this particular film is made for this particular sect of people, that's not true, right? The films are made for everybody. So that's the cancel culture's main thing, is like we're making a film for only this set of people and not for the other set of people, and we need to cancel that particular kind of film because it's being made with a certain. So I really think we need to really kind of come out of this whole thing and make films which are like, where were those days, 1960s and 70s and the 50s, where they made these beautiful films, and it had socio-economic, political undertones. Of course, all the films, whether you see Garam Hawa or any of the films at that point of time, they had political overtones, and they said it without fear, but overlaid it with beautiful drama, beautiful songs, beautiful packaging per se. That's gone right now. I really think, yeah, it's important to tell the story as it is, but I really would like it to be entertaining also. That's what I would say.
Nusrat, your two bits on this. How do you see politics filtering into your lensing, your framing that you do? And sometimes I would assume that some things just, there are things in the corner sitting on the set which are by choice and not necessarily something that the director has chosen. So, yeah.
I to talk about just like politics seeping into cinema, but not so much as seeping into a project, because, like I said again, things seeping into the project are pre-decided. They don't just happen. Like you can't have a character named low caste character named Kachra just by choice. I mean, Lagan had Aditya Lakhia's character called Kachra. We liked that film. We saw that film. We talk about it in film appreciation. So yeah, we've always had these demons within us, but I think the current milieu is just etching it out. So much has been normalized.